Come in. Hi, Michelle.
Hello, Mr. Steffer.
Good.
Hi, Blake. Thank you so much for having me here today.
Of course,
Thanks
yes.
for taking the time. I know it's a busy time of the year.
Yes, it is.
I love these shells. Which beach did
thank
you
you.
collect these from?
I got this one from St. Augustine Beach.
Oh,
Very
lovely.
beautiful beach. I got this one from Anna Maria Island, further down south in Florida. I vacation a lot in Florida, and I'm from Florida, so.
Okay, and we're here in Florida.
Yeah, of course. So, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so thank you for coming to my Florida office. I'm just really, just found a lot of space here, and so it's a bit of a break from the day-to-day in New York at Juilliard there. So thank you so much for meeting me here in Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much for having me here. So, Blake, I understand you're this decision maker for operations and everything that concerns the inventory for your events and programming, as well as for the cafeteria that you have on campus at Juilliard in New York. So I'm just curious, what type of water do you currently use for your events as well as for offering to the student?
Well, because we're more of an arts-based school, we don't really drink a lot of water at the events. It's a kind of like a wine-based evening, and if people don't drink wine, we kind of tend to have soda. I think that we have Pepsi, I believe, and so Dasani water is with Pepsi, so I think we use Dasani in our cafeterias, and sometimes we'll just drink out of the tap if it gets to that point.
Okay, very interesting you mentioned that. Yeah, I do know that you're already currently doing business with us because I am from PepsiCo. LifeWater falls under the umbrella of PepsiCo.
Oh wow.
And so I'm actually very happy to hear that you're already using one of our products. So if I hear you correctly, for your events that you do, it's more elegant and more the type of like black tie kind of events where you're just serving wine and not necessarily water.
Right. So especially when it comes to our art exhibits, we want to give people the opportunity to kind of dress up, have it be a formal evening, so that our students can show off their work to their parents, their family, or whoever onlookers. But then also when it comes to concessions at a play or at a dance performance, dance recital, we tend to have soda for the kids and alcohol for the parents who just are having the time of their lives.
Absolutely, that makes sense. So in general, would you say though that a lot of people do drink water and prefer water over certain other beverages, or even personally you yourself, do you think it's important to offer water in the raw items that you do provide for your guests?
I do think it is definitely a healthier option, and I do tend to see, especially with the health and increase of just healthy living and healthy lifestyle, I do see an increase of water being used and water being drank and over Pepsi or over any of their other products. So yeah, I personally believe that water is definitely a lot better and a lot healthier for you. So I would say that water is definitely like a big essential, like a necessary point.
Okay. So if I understand that correctly, maybe water in the shape that it comes in right now, or what you're used to, let's just say Dasani water bottles, for example, maybe they don't look quite as elegant and wouldn't quite fit into your product selection for such events, especially for the art exhibits. Now, what if you had more quality, higher quality water that has much prettier packaging that would actually fit into that kind of product line, and specifically to art exhibits that would actually emphasize the whole theme and focus of art?
Yeah, so what's really cool about Juilliard is that we pour everything into kind of like a basic cup, just so that everyone doesn't feel like they are better than someone else, but also just so that disposal is easier to go about. But you kind of intrigued me. I'm interested to know more about this bottle.
Absolutely. Well, maybe I could just take the opportunity right now and introduce it to you. So this is LifeWater. This is one of our products that we're currently featuring. I actually brought two different exemplary bottles right now. Absolutely.
Very nice.
Please take a look. So what really makes LifeWater unique is the artwork that we're featuring on our bottles, and they always come in series of 3, so 3 different designs, and they change several times per year. So what's really interesting about this, it's supposed to inspire the consumer. It's not just some type of water. You're just not just drinking water and hydrating. You're actually receiving some quality with the price that you're paying for your water. It's inspiring. It makes you think. It's interesting, it's more engaging for the consumer. So those are really the features in terms of the packaging that make LifeWater very unique. And then additionally, it's also a higher quality premium water. We add electrolytes to our waters to improve the taste of the water. Additionally, our water is also purified. So what that means is we're going through an extended reverse osmosis process, which helps us to exclude harmful and not as good tasting elements from the water. So it makes it, and on top of adding electrolytes, it makes it better tasting, but then also a healthier water as well. And it's also pH balanced as well.
Wow.
So those features are really the main core features that make our product really unique and distinguish it from other waters, even including Dasani.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I hate the way that Dasani tastes. It's like an awful taste. So I'm really into purified water. So this is great, and these look great. But kind of like, what can you explain to me what you expect for me to get out of this?
Yeah, so absolutely. So actually, if I understand you correctly, and we talked about events and art exhibits before, I do actually realize that these bottles, especially in the size that they come in, might not be the exact fit for such events. You mentioned that you usually pour their beverages into separate cups. So while our bottles come in 3 different sizes, so this is the 1 liter example right here, we also feature our water in 700 milliliter bottles as well as in 500 milliliter bottles. But even the 500 milliliter ones, that would be something for your discretion to decide if that would be a good fit for your arts events or not. However, where I really see the opportunity would be for your art students, especially at Juilliard, just to emphasize and continue that the environment throughout. It's an art school. Students are very dedicated to their work. Everybody's highly focused and talented and on what they're doing. I understand in the 3 different main areas, which are dance, theater, and art, correct?
Yes.
So really, I saw a great fit in Juilliard adopting LifeWater into their cafeteria options, because it just continues the feeling for art and for students to be consistently inspired and even during their breaks and while having lunch.
I definitely like the idea of art paying off art, kind of like art giving a returning feature to art students. So art students supporting other art students.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I think that's an amazing. These bottles are very beautiful, and I think that this is a very great concept. When people come for a show, am I just to pull this water bottle out and then pour it, or should I give multiple out, or should this kind of be like a feature deal in which we get some kind of money? Do you know if there's like kind of a concept where Juilliard art can be on LifeWater? Do you know if that's
that's a very interesting. So that's a partnership opportunity that we would have to look further into. I definitely like that idea, especially Juilliard being renowned as it is, and so many talented people coming from Juilliard. We do have different artists from different areas that are selected per series, and I would have to discuss that further with my department and the managers on how we select them, but I think that's definitely an opportunity and a potential partnership that could be created, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's actually something I had in mind on my drive here as well. It's like, how amazing would it be if a Juilliard student would be published and featured on our bottles?
Exactly.
And that would be
so
a win-win situation. You could, right. I mean, that would be amazing for that student, handing out those bottles at an event as well, at their arts exhibit.
Right. So definitely, like if a student were to walk up and kind of or if we were having an art exhibit and an onlooker were to walk up and a student can say, "Do you like this piece? Here's a water bottle with it on it."
Oh, that would be
That's so
absolutely
cool. It's gonna be
amazing.
$5, for this water bottle. Like, I don't know. How much do they go for? Now that I brought up price.
So our 1 liter bottles, for sale, that would be for your discretion how much you sell the bottles for in your cafeteria or at the arts exhibit. But for us, we sell them in different amounts of different quantities.
Okay, so if a case of maybe 12, how much would that be?
So a case of 12 for the 700 milliliter right now is at $14.99, where a case of 12 for the 1 liter is at $19.99.
Okay.
So we are a little more higher priced than your usual water brands.
Yeah, because I could go out now. We're in Florida. I can go out to Publix and get a case of water, 24 water for like what, $5.
Absolutely. The question that arises is if it is purified, pH balanced, and has added electrolytes within it. So those three are just things that already drastically improve the quality and taste of the water, and
Right.
that's not even to mention the amazing design of the bottles. So yes, while the bottles and our water is more expensive, and even if somebody doesn't care as much about the taste of the water, I really think Juilliard would be a great fit, just given the artists and the art that is featured on the bottles, because the students will just remain in that inspired environment. And I think what really would matter to your students as well, being artists themselves, is really to be able to support those artists that are featured on the bottle.
Yeah, and that totally makes sense. I do agree that it is a bit of a steep price, especially because it's just water. But you kind of explained that we're paying for a healthier water, or we're paying for a more beneficial water, and the art of it all. Now, I was wondering, because since we already do business with Pepsi, and you said this is actually a part of Pepsi & Co. I had no idea that was a thing. So do you think that we can kind of work out some kind of deal to where we can get cases for cheaper or something like that?
Absolutely. Since we've had you as a year-long partner and customer, there's definitely something we'll be able to work out for you. Some kind of bulk price and like a reduced price or a price promotion. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I totally agree. I think this product is amazing. It'll definitely work well with our students and with our events, because we are an art school and we are promoting the arts, and so I think something like this could be super beneficial. Art people supporting other art people, and I think it would be even more of a cooler feature if Juilliard's art was actually on this bottle. So I would love for that to be able to happen, if you can make that happen. But I would also really love to learn more about your product. Now, I am the decision maker, but I do have to talk about this with some more financially based people in the school. This is definitely something that we are interested in, as far as what I can say. I think this is an amazing product, and I would love to schedule something else with you, if that's okay, to come back and talk about this later.